Well, the name of my group is called Wolfpack. I took that name from my father's group. The group he had around town, even though he's not a professional player, he was a history teacher by day, but he had a group around Baltimore called Wolfpack. So, and I kind of just stuck with that name. So I like to call every one of my groups Wolfpack. You never know. If you look at a wolf pack, if you actually saw a pack of wolves, you never know. You could see the headed wolf, and then you see maybe one or two or three. It depends on what's happening. So, I have many people in my group. The group primarily has Baltimore, D.C. musicians in there. Mainly, I like to use a guy named Alex Brown on piano. He's from Columbia, Maryland, but he's living in New York. He plays with Paquito. Chris Fun on the bass. He's been touring with Christian Scott recently. And drums, it can vary, but mainly Billy Williams or John Lampkin. Billy Williams tours with Larry Willis and Delphio Marsalis. John Lampkin has been on the road with many people from Nina Freelon, Donald Harrison, Kenny Garrett, and many others. So we recently recorded a record on Mack Avenue. This is my second record on Mack Avenue. It's titled Wolfgang. This record has strong focus on straight ahead jazz, but a lot of classical music. I decided to use two different bands. I like to give people two different sizes for me, for the most part. So the one all-star band, I'll say, well, let's call it that, the rhythm section was comprised of Benny Green on piano, Louis Nash on drums, and Christian McBride on bass. And the second band was comprised of my Wolfpack band. We didn't use Alex because I didn't know him at the time, I'll say, or I wasn't using him at the time. It was comprised of Billy Williams on drums, Chris Fun on bass, and Mr. Aaron Goldberg on piano, along with special guest Aaron Deal, who I've been working with in his quartet. We usually do a modern jazz quartet type situation. Aaron Deal played two songs with me on the record, so two duos. And on one song, we invited vocalist Daryl Tukes on the song Septembro.
Hi, I'm Louis Nash, and for more interviews, go to jazztimes.com.